Now focusing on a specific dodgeball issue.
You got stuck!
After termination is completed.
We were playing Rock Band 2, and a friend of mine sang a song like Bob Dylan that was about a Bob Dylan song. And I'm playing drums on Expert, I'm trying my hardest to hold it together, and he's just like, and he was like hitting every note. He was playing like hard, and he's Bob Dylaning like a song like perfect. I was like,
Bob Dylaning a song. Just turn that into a verb, and it's amazing. All right, you guys together?
I want to be doing that, and then he's like,
get out of Bob Dylan and into the game. Right. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Times they are. We're back on Average Joe's.
We're back, and that was the Bob Dylan Power Hour.
Yeah, we just finished a hot 15-minute break of Bob Dylan.
We did indeed.
So here at Average Joe's, for those of you who are watching at home and can't already tell just by looking at us, we are action-packed with issues.
We are indeed, and it's actually time in this issue section for the hot button topic, which is why I have the sweatband on, because things are going to get hot.
We're going to heat it up.
We are indeed. What is our topic for this issue section?
This whole episode is about westward expansion.
Like the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, but with a lot less dysentery and fording the river. Now see, we've got a lot of schools out on the west coast in the Rocky Mountain region that are talking about forming teams. Oh yeah, there's also a shortage of oxen dying. So for all you PETA members listening, nothing to fear.
Oh, that brought me back to my childhood.
Man, I tried to, speaking of Oregon Trail, you know what, we're off topic, Big Giant Head, you're just going to have to get over it. Played Oregon Trail the other day for the first time in a solid 10 to 12 years. Yeah. That game is still as hard as it was when I was a damn 4th grader. They have not made that game any easier.
I have to admit, I was one of the 4th graders who would just load up on 999 boxes of bullets and just kill food the whole time.
No.
And then we actually had that game taken out of our school because we kept putting our friends' names in. It would be like, so-and-so died of dysentery. We'd make a big deal out of it, and teachers took it away. Back onto the topic. We're not discussing the Oregon Trail, but we are discussing a westward expansion of a sort. As everyone knows from what we've been covering so far, the breadbasket of dodgeball, the motherland, the womb, I believe you called it.
He did.
He did. It was is in Michigan, in that general area, and it's kind of slowly trickled its way out of Michigan. But now we're seeing a lot more interesting college dodgeball in the western United States.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because if you look at the spread of teams, starting in Michigan, coming down Chicago, Indiana, now you've got Kentucky. It's like somebody just took a dart and threw it at the map and said, "All right, Northern Colorado, you're going to have a dodgeball team." And as faithful as a Ford Taurus, they're apparently very seriously interested in starting a team.
They are indeed. I know just from perusing the old internets for a couple of minutes, you can see places like Tucson. There's a really nice team or a really nice website for Tucson Dodgeball. I know places in California have been big in dodgeball for a while. So it's going to be interesting when it starts making a shift to the college scene.
Yeah, I think, Tucson, obviously the Phoenix area, big on dodgeball, as we said. Arizona State looking at starting a team. We know California is big on dodgeball, the National Dodgeball League, the professional league teams. A lot of those are based on the West Coast. Chula Vista, California. Actually, I just pulled that out. There's not one there. San Diego, Los Angeles, I know a lot of teams. Chula Vista should have a team because that's a sweet name for a place.
It is indeed. I would like to say that I live in Chula Vista. It could be like the Chula Vista Flaming Golden Hawks.
I feel like you added too many adjectives to your mascot.
Well, I feel like any team, anywhere named Chula Vista has to have some kind of mythical creature. I think a Flaming Golden Hawk is perfect. And for the record, hawk is a noun. So I think right where I need to be.
There you go. There you go with your English.
Yeah.
I think if I was, the team from Chula Vista, I would want to be the Flailing Manticores.
The Flailing Manticores.
Because who wants to mess with something that no one can describe that's flailing about? Not the big giant head.
The big giant head has given us an adamant no. He does not want to deal with a flailing manticore. So basically, what we're going to start out talking about is like a 5-year plan down the road. Some might say, what could westward expansion do for college dodgeball besides expand it westward?
The fearless leader Josh Raymer at Western proposed in his packet for the captain's meeting, his captain's packet, whatever, there's 1,000 words we could use to describe it. All of them are essentially meaningless. And
the 10 commandments of college dodgeball.
He talked about the idea of conferences. When you look at all the major college sports, all the teams all across the nation are divided into conferences. Eventually, we might have a Southeast conference and a Midwest, and then like a Southwest. All these different regions kind of split off into conferences.
Because like for nationals this year, I believe Chicago is where we are. I believe 90-ish% sure where nationals are going to be, and it's good because it's more or less equidistant for most of the teams that are involved. Everyone from the northern area can get there. Everyone from Kentucky and everywhere can get there pretty easily. But for somewhere like northern Colorado or Tucson, Arizona, them making it all the way out to Chicago for a tournament is a bit more troublesome.
Yeah, but I think that at the same time, as they pull. As the expansion and the block of team expands westward, when there's more than 2 or 3 teams out there, it'll eventually turn into like an episode of All My Children, where there's just all these incongruous people running around, and eventually nationals will just kind of swing west a little bit, and you might see places like Kansas City and the cities in Texas, a lot of your more Tornado Alley major cities hosting nationals. I think that's just kind of a product of that whole westward expansion thing.
Indeed.